the island of Solar, a new engine named Salty came. And Henry and Tiny Henry were like, Henry and Tiny Henry were like, Henry and Tiny Henry. Oh my gosh. Henry and Tiny Henry were thinking, who was that engine? So Henry took Tiny Henry and they left to follow him. And then Gordon passed through. And then an accident happened. It crashed into Henry. And then James crashed into Salty. They both flipped over. It was a really scary accident. So Thomas, Edward, and Percy were the only ones that were okay. So Thomas pulled James and Salty, and Percy pulled Salty. So this thing works too with Thomas. As they puffed off into the sun, or the light. And Edward went to go save the big engines. Edward needed all his strength because he was really getting tired. And then Thomas and Percy came back and they helped along with Tiny Henry. It was a happy ending. Happy ending. And you thought that was the end. We still got Salty and James at the workshop. Wow, it's really lonely here. Yes. And then they heard some trains coming in. And then Thomas and Percy came in too. And Tiny Henry. And then video. And as Thomas, Percy, and Edward looked as they were getting fixed, then it was the end. Tom, Percy, came down the hill gently. As Thomas was over there, and Percy was right here. They both came, and then Percy. Where are these leaves? Yeah, where are these leaves? Cool. Apologize, let me get some stuff out and shoes. Let me just fix this place for a minute. Or less than a minute. We don't know yet. Dungeons were chilling. And then they heard a boom. So they ran. Trying to see cover down here. While Percy over here. Oh guys, look. Jonas has a bigger stretch. That's sad. I don't think Percy got there. And then they told them. And then they were like, oh, we're all fixed. You took so long. All of them came out the shed. And then that was the end. The real ending. Okay, guys.